Hey everyone, it's me, Anari Atrocious, and today I'm gonna do another D&D Get Ready With Me. And as you can see, I already did my base, and today we are going to talk about a little bit of Strixhaven, but mostly a side content campaign that we did, which is called, I think, Spirit in a Bottle. I'll double check it and put it on the screen if I can find it. I should be able to find it. And it's from like a campaign book that my DM got that just is full of like random little one shots that we did because two of our party members at the last minute got sick. So it was just two people in the campaign and then our DM. So it was just a little one off, but it was fun. So I'm going to talk about that today. And also today I am going to show you. I'm going to use what I bought and broke my no buy with, which is the Melt 420 palette. And I know what you're saying, Anari, why did you break your no buy? So originally I bought this, which is, here, I'll take it out of the box. If I can get it out of the box. Oh, I just ripped it, hang on. Okay, so it's a gel pot liner. It's the Melt Hellflower Ultra Gel Liner. And it's from their new Evergreens collection. Looks like that. And the reason I bought all of this is I went on their website looking at this. I was only intending to look at this. Only intending to look because my olive liner is running out. And I was like, oh, I'll look at this. I'll see how much it costs. I'll see if they have like a description for like undertones and stuff. I'll just look at it because I was gonna buy this eventually on sale, right? Just on sale. And I looked at it and I was like, oh, they have 420 deals. Let's just scroll. This palette was US dollars, $4.20. I don't know if they're trying to discontinue it, but I was just like, okay, I wanted this palette for forever. It was $4.20. Literally, like it's originally $58, right? Which is not cheap. But $4.20, I was just like, okay, there's a very good chance this palette, once it goes out of stock, is going out of stock forever. And here, wait, I got this thing. Like, look at this palette. Look at how beautiful it is. I was like, I want this palette, and it's $4.20, and like it may be gone forever. And like I know some people didn't like it, but like I was like, whatever, I can handle melt quality. I was raised on melt quality. I learned how to do makeup on melt, so like I'll be fine with it. But like, yeah, I even showed it to my partner, and he was just like, oh yeah, those are your colors. And he was like, yeah, no, it's reasonable. You should totally buy it. So I did. Like currently he's trying to talk me out of buying a $130 perfume that's limited edition, doesn't come in a small size. And he's like, no, that's not reasonable. Don't buy that. So like, he doesn't just tell me to buy everything. But so yeah, I broke my no buy for a under $5 palette. And it's lenticular. Sorry, I'm a child. So yeah, I'm gonna use that today. It's the first time I'm using it. Like, look, I haven't even touched this. It literally came into the mail. It literally was delivered while I was showering before I got ready today. Oh, I just realized I don't have my light on. Sorry if you couldn't see me. Sorry. Hi, I'm here now. But yeah. So here, I'll show you it with the lights. I just touched the mirror, but yeah. So that's what it looks like, and I am going to put it on my face today. I don't really know what I'm going to do, but it's got the chartreuse color I say I hate on myself, but I've got it now. I own it now, so that's fun. I could use that today. It's got like a fun olive green. It's got like a khaki green. It's got a fun brown. It's got another brown. It's got like a mustardy color. It's got an interesting shimmer. They're shimmers. This is like the old shimmer. I don't know if I'll be interested in that. It's got like a sunshine yellow. It's got another brown, and it's got like a gray tone taupe in it. Ooh. Ooh. What should we do today, folks? What should we do today? It's very pretty. I've seen this described as like plaid colors, and I agree. It's very plaid. I'm not wearing plaid today. I'm wearing velvet today. I'm very velvety today. I got velvet pants on a steel. So I'm excited about that. But yeah, so let me think about what I'm gonna do, and then we'll come back because I haven't actually looked at this palette in real life yet. I literally just opened this. So then we'll come back and I will talk about D&D. Okay, I've decided what I want to do. So I'm actually going to use the chartreuse because I want to see how this chartreuse looks on my skin. So I'm going to use this in my crease. I'm going to use this on my lid, and I'm going to use this in the outer V. And that's what we're going to do today. Really basic, but that's what I want to do. Yeah. I'm just gonna use some greens with like the really deep brownie color. So it's shotgun, faded, and roll it is what I'm going to use. And yeah, these are all like weed themed, stoner themed, so appropriate for April. They did early 420. It's called 420, but early 420 themes. And then we'll use the gel liner today too, so that matches. Okay, so anyway, I've already primed. Getting into it. So basically, for Strixhaven, what we did was, what did we do for Strixhaven? Oh, I just realized we didn't actually do more Strixhaven. We did another episode of the Forgotten Library, so I lied in the beginning of this. It's Forgotten Library, the last part of Forgotten Library, and Spirit in a Bottle. So for the last part of Forgotten Library, we didn't finish it. We only started it. So what we did was we got to, oh, this is real dusty. Okay. Yeah, this is really dusty. Let me cap this off. So like originally we got rid of the professor that was like in charge of the Forgotten Library, and we put him in our dungeon like manor that we have control of and only we can get in and out of. So we got brought into the new professor. Oh, that's really yellow on me. The new professor's office, and she was like, hey, there's a missing professor. You need to go find him. There was a struggle in his office. Go check it out, etc. So we find, I basically break the whole thing by using this spell called Clue in the room, which lets me see fingerprints and footprints, and like I can dictate like the time frame. And it leads me to a cabinet that like sends me to crystal glass that are emergency crystals that we were like, yeah, let's all pile on the tabaxi and shatter one and see where it goes. And it takes us to the Forgotten Library, and we're like, okay, this is not where we want to go. So we backtrack, and then we're like, okay, the office is a dead end. Let's go talk to the professor again. And we find out through talking to her that like he left like a tree branch, like opened a portal and left a tree branch. And our hedge witch is really good at nature, so she knew where the branch was from. So we were like, okay, we have a lead. So we go to this forest that's outside of Strixhaven, and we get to the forest, and I'm basically just breaking this whole thing by using Clue and following footprints, right? And we find a gnome who is entrapped in brambles, and he's like, oh my god, help me, and we save him. And he's like, you have to help me find my mount. So we're like, yeah, okay, whatever. We heal him, because apparently he's just been sitting in these brambles for 2 weeks with a wounded leg. Didn't die, didn't heal himself, just sitting in the brambles with a wounded leg. And we're like, okay, whatever, dude. And then we use Clue and him to find his mount, and his mount is being hounded in a hole by a werewolf. So we fight the werewolf. I attack it, and I land a critical hit. Wow, this is really yellow. Both of these are the same color on me. Look at that. They're the same color. Okay. I land a critical hit, and I do like 48 poison damage, and then one of my other party members deals like regular damage, and it goes down right away. So we're like, cool. And then the DM's like, oh yeah, by the way, you could have been nice to the werewolf and got it to leave the mount alone. And we're like, nah, that's not how we do. We see a werewolf being mean, like going after this thing, we're gonna attack it, whatever, we're murder hobos. We get the mount to come out, and of course, Doomfang, the mount's name is Doomfang, of course. It's a bunny rabbit. And like the guy's like, don't be afraid, and yeah, it's a bunny rabbit. I might actually add a bit of Chronic, which is that dark olivey cool toned color to this in the crease, just to add some differentiation, to see if that helps, because this is like the same color on my eyes. I'm using this brush. So we get him out and he's like, okay, now my rabbit can help you find the guy you're looking for. So we're like, okay. And he leads us to the guy we're looking for, but he is trapped in stasis in a tower and we can't move him. I'm like, can I move him with my prehensile hair and just like yank him out of the magic? And they're like, no, you can't move him. And it's like, okay, well, I tried. And then like we use our perception, not me, my perception's terrible. My perception is like 9. My passive perception is 9 because I'm a dumbass mimic. Yeah, so one of our other party members, I think it was our head witch who has good nature, noticed that, because I'm still using Clue to notice the footsteps, and we noticed that 2 people left the area, so we were following one person who was fighting with the guy we're following, but now there's 2 people, and one of them seems to be confused, and we're like, what's going on? And that's basically where we left it. So like there isn't much going on in Forgotten Library right now. Like that's basically where we left it. Oh yeah, there was one other thing. We ventured a little further and we came across, we passed a big tree and like we got hit by javelins for like one point of damage or whatever. So we're like, oh, we gotta retaliate. And I just realized I've been having the mirror in front of my face. I'm sorry. I haven't filmed in a while. I'm sorry, you haven't been able to see me. Crap. I'll stop doing that. So anyway, like, so all of us except the Tabaxi are like, okay, maybe we can just ignore it. But the Tabaxi's like, no. So he climbs up into the tree, and he immediately starts fighting the goblins that are up there, and like suplexing them out of the tree basically. And I'm like, okay, well I guess we're fighting the goblins now, so I just like candy blast them. But like the candy blast doesn't properly work because they're in trees, so I can't make it difficult terrain with candy. And they don't care about picking up the candy because it falls to the ground below them. It doesn't do anything. So yeah, we kill all the goblins, and it turns out, like while we're fighting, the DM is like, do any of you speak Goblin? And we're like, no. And he's like, well, the goblins are having a conversation now that you're actually attacking them. And we're like, that's okay, we're just gonna murder them. We don't need to care about what the goblins are saying. So we probably could have got through that combat without murdering the goblins, but we murdered the goblins because they started it, so we finished it. And that's that. Yeah, this is like a grungy plaid look. I might want to put actually a little bit of the shimmer over top to see just how it looks. But we'll do that after I finish this. So Spirit in a Bottle, that one, it was also really short, but it was kind of funny. So basically, the DM had to pick a random Strixhaven student for us to like care about for the story. So I'm like, Grayson? And he's like, okay, fine, Grayson. So basically the story is Grayson goes to this bar and gets in a bar fight and gets arrested. And he asks us to clear his name, and I'm like, would I do that though? Would I do that? And he's like, for the sake of the story, yes, do you want to play this campaign? And I'm like, okay, fine. And so I'm like, okay, so yeah, maybe he asked like our hedge witch friend because they're actually like good friends, and I just go along with it because I'm whatever, because I'm her friend. So yeah, so we roll up to this bar, and the bar is like tiny and sketchy as fuck. Like everybody seems sketchy, and the bartender seems sketchy. So like, of course, I roll up in the bar, and I'm like, okay, so I'm in my outfit from when I was doing the play, like the furry head, the furry boots, the furry hands, the epaulets, the cape, the bikini, the fur tail butt plug, like all of it. Like that's how I'm rolling. And I go up to the first person in the bar I'm like, who looks the weakest? Who looks like they would lose in a fight of all the people? Because we were like assuming all these people were in the fight. We have to figure out what the fight was about. And the DM says, okay, there's a fortune teller at the bar who looks like the weakest of all of them. I'm like, okay, I go up to her and I grab her by the front of her shirt and I shake her and I'm just like, where were you 2 nights ago during the bar fight? Who are you? Who sent you? Etc. Like I'm yelling at her, shaking her. And the DM is like, okay, well, she's like, I don't know anything, but also the patrons in the bar view this as a hostile action, so they all try to grapple you and subdue you because you're ruining the atmosphere of the bar. So I trigger initiation, and basically she grapples me to the floor because I fail my opposed grapple check. The person who is with me that's not missing from our campaign is the Tabaxi, who is like all strength based, and he passes his grapple because he's grappling with I think it's like a goblin or something, like a hobgoblin, and he passes. Because, like, he's too strong, they can't get him on the floor. And then, like, there's one other patron who's, like, a super evil-looking paladin, and he just kind of stands up and, like, surveys, and we're just, like, and they're just, like, you know, trying to subdue us or whatever, and then it's my turn, and I'm, like, I managed to pull the fortune teller off me with my prehensile hair, which is a spell I just picked up, and I put her down on her seat and I'm just like, no, stop, no fighting in the bar, and you know, stuff like that, very sternly, and it stops the fighting in the bar. And because I'm just like, we're just trying to figure out what was up with this fight going on, you know, I'm like trying to diffuse the situation because I don't want to kill anybody, because it's like if we kill all the patrons, like it ruins the adventure. So she's like, yeah, I get no more information from her. The Tabaxi doesn't get really any information from the hobgoblin because he says he wasn't there. So I'm like, okay. So I take a drink for myself and for the paladin because he looks evil as fuck. Like, he looks like he's got like blackened face. He's got like evil red glowy eyes, and he's the reason that the whole like bar is darkened, right? I take a drink over to him and I'm like, hey buddy, where were you? What were you doing? Did you see the fight? So he gives me the lowdown. He's like, yeah, so your friend Grayson, after I describe him, like, he was here. Actually, I don't know if I want to add the shimmer. No, I don't want to add the shimmer. I like this as it is. It's just kind of like a grungy plaid look, because I feel like the shimmer is too bright and yellow. Maybe I'll add the shimmer to my inner corner. Yeah, inner corner's nice. Okay, anyway. So he's like, yeah, your boy Grayson came in and was accusing the bartender of spiking drinks. And then I don't know what happened. It all happened so fast, but I don't wanna be involved with anybody here. I just keep to myself. So I'm like, okay. Another thing to note is, having talked to the patrons, we noticed, both myself and the Tabaxi noticed, that things are not what they appear. All the people in the bar seem off. The fortune teller seems like she's not quite there. Like, her voice is hollow and glassy and brittle. The hobgoblin seems kind of, I forget what he seemed like, but he seemed kind of weird. And the paladin seemed like he was possessed, right? So of course I trust him implicitly because my character is also possessed. I don't know if I mentioned this. My character is possessed by a demon inside their head that tells them what to do, which is how I excuse all my shenanigans. Liquid IV, cotton candy flavor. I'm terrible about hydration, so liquid IV. Anyway, I feel like this look is kind of cute. I think I got fallout. Did I get fallout? A little. Got a little fallout. Brushes away fine. Yeah, this palette works pretty fine, honestly. I haven't tried all the colors, obviously, but next I'm gonna use this Hellflower, and I'm gonna line my water line, and I'm gonna do a wing with it. So yeah, I'm gonna do that while I talk. I just have to find the right brush. Okay, so anyway, so I go to the bartender, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna order another drink, and while I'm drinking, I'm just gonna very casually, non-threateningly be like, hey, ow. Okay, wait, I need to get close. Sorry, I need to get closer so I can see my water line. Sorry. So I'm just casually just like, hey, so the guy that came in here and started the fight, he was like, what is up with this fight? Like, what's going on? And she's like, oh, I don't want to talk about it. I can't talk about it. You know, stuff like that. She's like very avoidant. And then I switch, and then I'm like, okay, well, he was accused. What was this like accusation about like you and spiking drinks? And the second I mention her spiking drinks, she grabs a bottle from behind the bar, hits me over the head, freaks out, hits me over the head with that, and then disappears. She just like melts through the floorboards. And we're just like, what? Major overreaction, by the way. So that happened. And then, so of course, the Tabaxi's first reaction is, well, free bar, right? No one to stop us from getting all the alcohol. Also, I can tell this gel liner is really new because it is like really like liquidy. The other ones I have are not this liquidy. They're a little drier. Also, I might need to also get close to see what I'm doing. I'm sorry. I'm blind. I need fucking glasses. I don't have contacts. I just have reading glasses. So like I can try to put this away so you can see, but anyway. So he goes behind the bar and he's like messing. He's like, I want to get free drinks for everybody. And the DM is like, oh, so you're looking for drinks. You're investigating behind the bar. And he's like, yeah, why? And the DM's like, okay, well, you don't find any alcohol. You find several fancy looking, oh god, this is really messy. This is too wet. You find several fancy looking glasses. Well, guys, I have a terrible wing today, I'm sorry. It's okay. Some days our wings look bad. I guess it's not too terrible, it's just a little janky. Just a little janky. It's fine. Yeah, this is real wet. I can tell this is brand freaking new. This is even just like, because I'm like smooshing it off in the cap and it's still messy. So messy. I need to like let this sit and dry out a little. Anyway, so he finds fancy bottles back behind the bar and they're empty, right? Like, there's nothing in the bottles. And we're like, okay, what was she serving us out of? Because she served us alcohol. And the DM's like, she was serving you out of one of those fancy bottles. And we're like, but there's nothing in them now. And the DM's like, no. And I'm just like, is this Vor? Was she feeding us herself? Is she inside me right now? And then I have a momentary freak out because I'm like, oh no, my character's gonna die. I'm gonna expand and then it's gonna burst out of me and it's gonna be a whole thing and I don't want Vor. And if you don't know what Vor is, Google it. I explained it, but yeah. It's a fetish. And I'm like, why is Vor in D&D? By the way, it was never actually explained in the whole campaign. It's never explained if it's actually Vor or not, by the way. So it's Vor. So I'm just like, oh my god. But also the DM picked this campaign because my character has a flaw. My character's flaw is I have to drink unlabeled potions because the demon in my head tells me to. We're like, okay, well, I guess we're gonna follow her because I need to find out if I'm drinking her or not. So we search behind the bar and we both have terrible, terrible perception rolls. But fortunately, I roll a nat 1, so the DM's like, okay, you trip over a rug. What do you do? And I'm like, I throw the rug in anger, and he's like, okay, you find a trapdoor. And I'm like, okay, we go down the trapdoor. Because I knew that was a way of him giving us the answer without giving us the answer because we failed the roll. Because the problem with D&D is a lot of times with stuff, like if you just fail the roll, you can't progress the campaign. Which is dumb. Okay, my wings are fucked up. Don't look at that. This is very messy. But I am very pretty. Oh wait, I was gonna use this for my eyebrows too. Hang on. We're gonna use it for my eyebrows too. I would put mascara on, but since I have it open, I'm gonna use it for my eyebrows too. I'm just gonna use it for everything. I don't see how it looks in my eyebrows. So we get down to the next level, and the next level you can see the spot on the floor where she like glooped through, and there is no visible way that we can find to get down. We find holes in the corners of the floor, and I send my grep through, and it like finds the trapdoor to another floor below that because she's not in the next floor below us. And we're just like, okay, well, how the fuck do we get through? And the Tabaxi's like, I got you, fam. And he just like, through his strength check, literally breaks through the floor, just like a monster. He just Hulk smashes through the floor. So that's how we get through the floor of that room, which didn't really have anything. Or no, that room had potions in it. Before we Hulk smashed through the floor. And most of the potions were like separated and gross. So I was like, okay, the demon inside my head doesn't tell me to drink them because it doesn't want me to die. But I was like, okay, are there any potions that look fine? And the DM rolls and he's like, yes, there are 3. And I'm like, okay, so I'm going to drink all 3 potions in a row. The first potion I drink is just a health potion because he's rolling for what they are. It's a health potion. The second potion I drink, he rolls and he's like, oh no. And I'm like, what did you roll? And he's like, it's a potion of water breathing. You grow gills and you can no longer breathe air for the next D4 hours. So I roll a D4 and I'm like, 3 hours. And he's like, okay, well, you are now in distress. You cannot breathe air. You are suffocating. You need to submerge. And I'm just like, fuck. And I'm just like, what the fuck do I do? And then he's like, okay, well, for your last potion, I'm not gonna roll for it. I'm gonna find one in this book, because he has a book of potions. And he's like, I'm gonna find one that helps you so you don't fucking die, because you're gonna die. He rolls me a potion of everlasting breath, I think it's called, where basically I don't need to breathe for 3 hours. So he's like, okay, so you have gills, but you don't need to breathe for 3 hours. And I'm like, cool. Yeah, so I almost died in that campaign if it wasn't for the DM being nice and not murdering my character. Also, this is I'm looking at myself in the big mirror. This is definitely a look. These eyebrows do not match my hair at all. I probably should have gone with the eyebrows that matched my hair, because this is very Christmassy. Yeah, this is very Christmassy. This is a look. This is a look. Okay, well, I learned my lesson. I should have not done that, but okay. To be fair, I was gonna use this in my eyebrows when I dye my hair olive. But my hair is burgundy right now, so I'm a treat. Yeah, I mean, the eye look is cute. I like the eye look. It's just maybe I flew too close to the sun with the eyebrows. I don't know. Oops. Okay, mascara. We're not gonna do green mascara. I feel like that's going way overboard. I'm just gonna go with a black mascara because I feel like I need to be really bold because this is like a bold ass look. So we're just gonna go with Badgal Bang, my mini boy. So anyway, we get through to the next floor, and she's not there again. And because my grep already went in and found the trapdoor to the next floor. But on this floor, there is a cage with invisible crickets that I had my grep release. And then there is, in a trunk where the trapdoor is, there is just a bunch of rose petals. There's also a bathtub down here, which I could have submerged in for 3 hours. But, I mean, no. I wouldn't have been able to get down there in time. I would have died, probably. But I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to put the rose petals in the bathtub, and I'm going to take a bath. And then I rolled the d20, and I rolled a 15, so I'm like, I'm going to take a 15-minute rose petal bath in my bikini. It's very nice, with the invisible crickets all over. Just doing their thing. So the DM just laughs, and he's like, okay, whatever. And I'm like, does it do anything? Is it magic? And he's like, no. And I'm like, is this? And I'm like, okay, so I also got, I don't remember what it was from. I think it might have been another potion I drank or something. I forget what I did. But I got like extra arcane knowledge. I got like a +10 to arcane, to arcana rolls. And I'm like, with my extra arcane knowledge, is like, are these like spell components for something that she's doing down here? Like for something to do at the store? And he's like, no. I'm like, okay, why is it here? And he's like, I don't know. I'm like, okay. So that was a thing that was just there, I guess. It was all just there for filler, for fluff, I guess. So we go down, and then we're like, okay, so the trapdoor is locked. And we're like, okay, we have terrible investigation rolls because my investigation is a -1. And the Tabaxi's is not much better. So he just smashes through it. Or we smash through it, and it is a shaft that just goes straight down. And there is a ladder, and then on a shelf there's boots. And we're like, okay. I'm like, boots are sus. I'm gonna put the boots on. And he's like, okay, you have to attune to them. And I'm like, whatever, I'm not attuned to anything. And he's like, okay, it takes like a while. I'm like, cool, I'm gonna put the boots on and get back in the bathtub and attune to the boots. And he's like, okay, whatever. So I do that. I attune to the boots, and he's like, okay, they're boots of levitation. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna carry the tabaxi down bridal style. And he's like, no, I'll just climb it. I'm like, no, fuck you, I'm carrying you down bridal style. So we gently levitate down this shaft, okay? And we get down to the bottom of the shaft. And setting spray. Urban Decay All-Nighter setting spray, whatever. Basic, generic, before they were formulated. And we get down to the bottom of the shaft, and the DM is like, there's a secret door down here, but I'm not going to make you do it because you guys suck at investigating. So I'll just give it to you. And we're like, cool, thanks. And he's like, okay, how do you get through the door? You can't get through the door. Smash it? And we're like, smash it. So we smash through the door. And then we come into a room, and he's like, there is in the middle of the room 8 potions or whatever. And I'm like, this is fucking Harry Potter. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, because they're all different colors, and it's potions in the middle of the room and like a dungeon, and there's nothing else in the room. And I'm like, this is literally Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. And my partner, who is the Tabaxi, is looking at me like, that wasn't in Harry Potter. And I'm like, no, it was in the books. You've only seen the movies, you Philistine. He's only ever watched the movies. Anyway, I'm just like, holy shit, do I have to drink the right potion? Yes, you have to drink the right potion, turns out. So I'm like, okay, so I go up, and I'm just like, I suppose I should pick out a lip product, right? Hang on. Okay, I've picked Hazel by BlackMoon Cosmetics. I'll wipe off the foundation on my lips. Okay, so I'm talking to I would talk at the containers of liquid, and I'm trying to convince them to come out and face me like a man, even though it's a woman. And they don't listen, and I'm like, well, why not? I'm threatening to drink them, and the DM's like, I don't think they can perceive you. And I'm like, can they hear me? And he's like, no. So I'm like, okay, I open all the containers, and then he describes the smells that come out, and like all of them are horrific except one smells like sunshine. And then he's like, okay, and one of them smells like the bartender. And I'm like, okay, first of all, I wasn't smelling the bartender, but okay. And then he's like, what do you do? And I'm like, okay, well, I threatened the bartender to come out, or I'm gonna drink her. And he's like, she can't perceive you. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna start pouring out the bartender, and I'm gonna drink her. I'm making good on my threat. And he's like, well, as you later her out, she appears. And I'm like, okay. So then I have a conversation with the bartender, and she's like, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And she's like, well, you can't do whatever or whatever. Like, you have to protect, like, Cecil, this guy whose I forget, like, he's gonna do bad things to me or whatever. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? Is there more to this adventure? Like, what's going on? Turns out we have no idea who the guy she's talking about is. We're pretty, like the DM, like, flips through the book and he's like, I'm pretty sure it's a demon who controls her. I don't know, maybe he comes back in a different adventure. But, like, basically she wouldn't be reasoned with. So she attacks me. So the Tabaxi, like, one-hit KOs her because he crits, and she gets splattered on the floor. So that's how we deal with her spiking the drinks, and how we solve the issue of the complaint being against Grayson is there is no one to complain against him, therefore he's going to go free because we murdered the bartender who was complaining against him. And I never got the answer of, is it Vor? Was she feeding me her? I don't know. And I don't think I don't know if it actually says in the campaign because, yeah. So there's that. There's Vor in D&D. Which doesn't surprise me. There's everything in D&D. So the Tabaxi decides to push over all the other containers, and the DM is like, oh no, why did you do that? And I'm just like, what did he unleash? And turns out it wasn't more people. It was horrible summons that she was, like, guarding, or was guarding her or something. Basically, it was part of, like, the demon pact. So it was like a flame atronach, a rock, like, all kinds of shit that, like, we couldn't fight as level 4. So we just ran away. And the DM was like, okay, one of those containers contained a mercury-like substance that eventually consumes the entire floor of the room and kills everything in it that's fighting, because they're all just fighting each other. So, oops. Well, it's just gonna be janky, I guess. Damn. Don't you love when you do liquid lipstick and you accidentally color outside the lines? I do. Oh well, that's just a little janky looking, it's fine. Anyway, so yeah, so that's how we ended that adventure. We got, like, no closure whatsoever. But yeah, I was being rowdy. I almost started a second bar fight. I was drinking the bartender. Accidentally participated in Vor. I don't know if I can actually title this YouTube video me participating in Vor against my will, because that might get flagged. So there's that. Okay, so this is the look. I like the eye look. The eyeliner's a little janky, but I like it. The brows are too much, I think. They went weirdly emerald, I feel like, on me, actually. But maybe, I think it's because this eyeliner is not quite olive, almost. It's, yeah, because, like, looking... Sorry, I'm, like, in my own shadow. I gotta get closer to the light. It almost looks not quite olive. It looks almost like olive emerald. Compared to the olives in this palette, it's a little emeraldy, at least on my skin. And compared to, like, the lipstick, like, I'm sure you can see, like, the eyebrows versus the lipstick is very olive and the eyebrows are more emeraldy. Interesting, because if you look at, like, this, if you look like this looks olive, right? But if you look at it on me, it's not very olive-y. Interesting. Anyway, so yeah, that's basically what we did the last 2 D&D sessions. We're still trying to get Shadow Dark up and running. We were supposed to have 1 session of it already, but the DM, he's been trying to get it set up. He's using Foundry, which is an online, like, website tool for playing online, but it doesn't have like anything in it, so he has to import everything himself, and he's trying to do this around work, and so he's struggling because there's a lot of shit to put in. So it's just been, you know, what he can get in basically when he has time, and he just hasn't had enough time to get everything set up. So hopefully this week we'll be playing Shadow Dark, and it's another campaign that I forget what it's called. I think I have it on my phone. I think I'll put it on the screen because I think I wrote it down on my phone, but my phone is my camera, so I can't look at it. But I'll put it on the screen if I remember what it's called that we're pulling from. But yeah, so yeah, that was my D&D Get Ready With Me. That is the 420 palette that I got for $4.20, and the Melt Hellflower gel liner. So yeah, if you're curious about, I only got the gel, this is from their new Evergreens collection. If you're curious about the gel liner, that's what it looks like on me. And it's very wet, so it's brand new. Their gel liners do get a little drier as they age, but so far mine are still good. So I've had them for, I don't know how long, a while. Not that long though, but like not years. So I don't know how long they last over years. But yeah, and Hazel lipstick. So yeah, that is everything. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have fun laughing at my ridiculous brows. I'm going out today, by the way. I'm going to do a bunch of returns today, and people get to see me with this, but it's fine because I go out with eccentric makeup all the time, so people will just assume it's intentional and will just be like, okay, Jan, and whatever. So whatever. So yeah, if you like this content, give me a like, give me a subscribe, or not. I'm just doing it for fun, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.